It's 9 o'clock.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the weekly webinar with me on this day. We'll give a couple of minutes more so that others can join. I can see people are joining. We're just waiting. We'll wait for one more minute, one last minute, so that if anyone wants to join, they can join. Before I get started, just to give you a quick idea, what we are going to do on this call today is to quickly walk you through the whole features once again, like we do every week. There is also an option on the left side, Q&A, where you can drop your questions. Okay, I'm in Indian time zone. I'm in IST. My time is 9 p.m. in the evening, and I'm using Zoho meeting. We've been using this. There are some glitches which definitely we can discuss. Great. So I don't want to waste more time. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on this call today. I have already shared my screen. I hope you're able to see my screen. Can someone just say yes or no in the chat, maybe on the QA, so that I can go ahead and start the whole presentation? Yes. Thank you so much, Dexter, for confirming. Wonderful. So let me start from the beginning. I want to make sure that you kind of get everything you need from this complete walkthrough. So I'm logging in as an admin, one of the users inside inside the Carol. So I'm logging into my super admin. And inside the super admin, what I see is all the academies that I've already created. And a couple of things that you have to notice, because I'm getting these questions multiple times from the users, because they're confused with the credits that you're seeing on the top, and you're confused with the credits that are coming here. So what you see here on top is, because this is a demo account, I made everything unlimited. So what you see here on top is going to be your overall credits of your account, because you're a super admin. Because you bought account already, you might have multiple different types of credits here. So the entire credits can be distributed as per your needs. So for example, if I want to distribute 1,000 for this, if I want to distribute 500 for this, I'll be able to distribute the credits by clicking here. So the overall credits can be easily distributed by clicking on this. And you can create a new academy by clicking here. So what I'll do is I'll walk you through, as an admin panel, I'll walk you through how it looks like for an admin. I'll also spend some time on one of my internal academies that I built for my own employees to help them onboard to the organization and to walk them through the product and how to pitch, how to understand the competitors, etc. So I'll also walk you through both the platform. One is the admin, the other is the user interface. So let me start with a demo account here. I'll create one fresh account here. I'm just creating a dummy name for the sake of demo. So I'm just clicking on create. And yeah, so you can see there is one account which got created. By default, there are no users. I can allocate maybe 10 users first, and say 5 GB, and say 20 team members. Whatever you want, you can allocate based on what you need. Let me go to the Splash Academy. So there is a double authentication, because you have to make sure that you're logging in with your credentials. So there is a double authentication coming here. Once I log in, I'll be able to see a quick couple of items. So by default, I'll be logging into the dashboard where I can see my whole numbers. So I'll log into a working academy and show you the same graph with some numbers that are coming. So you'll be able to filter by some date. You can see how many new users, how many active users. If you already have courses, you'll also be able to see the drop down here where you can filter by course and see what is the overall rating. So this is a quick dashboard. We definitely have a lot of plans to add more number of reports here. That is definitely going to come soon. Let's jump directly to the settings. We'll go through this courses and users, but let's jump into the settings and show you what we have in settings. So inside the settings, the first page is where you can customize how your login page looks like. So I want to spend some 2 minutes here. So Academy follows a model of Academy where you can have multiple courses, and inside each courses you can have multiple lessons, and you can control the visibility of courses with the help of groups. So you can create multiple groups, and you can say that while you're creating a group, you can say that okay, this particular group, can this particular course can be added to a group named X, and every user from that X group will be able to see this particular group. So and you will have a unique domain, subdomain. You can also point your domain, by the way. Many of you know this, but I want to repeat this for the new users who are on the call today with me. So like you see here, you will have a login page for your students or for your employees or customers. You can customize the look and feel. You can add an image preview, etc. You can change the color, add a description. You can also enable public registration. So let's say if you want to enable or let anybody sign up and access your Academy, you will pretty much be able to click here and enable this public registration so that anyone can register. While registering, if you want to control to which group this user should get assigned by default, you can control that inside the users. So let's say there can be one group named free, and anyone who is signing up can be assigned to the free group, so that they only see the courses which belong to free group, and then they will have the option to maybe upgrade to other groups if they want using the Stripe integrations. Or you can also manually upgrade their groups from the user dashboard. So that is how a public registration works. And then we have something called design. So design is something that you can customize the look and feel of the lesson, of the course listing, of the buttons that you have in your portal, etc., based on your brand guidelines. The design feature is going to be available only for onboarding and training plans. This is not going to be available for marketing plan. But you have pretty much more flexibilities here. We are going to add more and more options here, like CSS customization, templating, layouting, etc., etc. There are more design patterns are going to come here in the future. Next one is pixels. So pixel is a very important, I should say, underrated features inside. I'll tell you multiple use cases. So one is, let's say if you want to add a live chat like this to your students, where the students can come and interact with you, you can add a script here inside this so that this chat will be available for your students. So if you want to have some the same live chat available on your login page, you can paste it here on this website. But there are more use cases to it, right? So I have a parameter here. I have a bunch of parameters mentioned here. If you want to dynamically pass this data to an external system, let's say Encharge or Intercom, and if you want to understand the user behavior inside your platform, you can very much use these parameters and pass this dynamically. Couple of other very good interesting use case could be, let's say, if you're doing a marketing of if you do some marketing, paid advertisements or anything like that, and if you want to track the conversions, you can very much have your conversion pixels added to this. If you have a Google Analytics, then you can place your Google Analytics script inside both these places so that you can understand how people are using your Academy platform and see which course is something which is getting more visits. So if you want to get more insights from your users and behaviors, you can very much use this Pixels platform. There are more and more use cases. So we are getting interesting ideas from our customers too, in terms of how are they using this Pixel in order to get the best data out of it. This is available for all the plans, by the way. Then we have an SEO option where, let's say, if I want to customize the whole look and feel, when someone shares this link, my Academy link, on social media, in a LinkedIn, Facebook, etc. So how I want that to be displayed. So I can have a custom image. I can have a title here. I can also mention some keywords for the sake of Google. So this will be automatically picked up. You can add your save icon, you can add your thumbnail that you're seeing here. So all this can be customized. And this is available for all the plans, by the way. Then we have something called domain, where if you want to white label, so for every academy, we're providing an academy domain. So there is this particular academy domain is demofresh.academy.com. But in your case, it will be unique for you. But if you want to white label it completely with your own domain, you can pretty much add your domain, then follow the steps that this is going to give you, and you'll be able to white label the entire domain. And this is available for all the plans that we have. Then we have certificates. So again, certificate is another interesting feature that you can use. This is available for all the plans, by the way. I can create certificates. While I'm creating certificates, I can choose certificate from any templates that we have. What I can also do is that I can also upload my own template. So let's say if I want to place my seed, if I want to place something else, so I can upload my own template. But this uploading your own template is available only for onboarding and training plan. It will not be available for marketing plan. But you still have a bunch of designs here if you want to start with. And when you click on the next page, you will have the option to name the certificate. Let's say certificate of achievement or anything like that, and you can place the content. If you want to unlock the certificate after 5 days of a user signing up to your academy, you can put 5 days here. So this will be available for your users only after 5 days to see. You can mention the issuer name, which is going to give it as an exam. You can say CEO. You can add a signature logo. You can also have a quick preview in terms of how this is going to be looking like after content. Then you can save and click on save and continue, which will basically take you to the next page where you can select the courses that you want your students to complete. Based on to unlock this particular certificate, and you will be also able to see multiple details like how many people are eligible for the certificate, etc. So I'll show you an actual live demo academy to see this information in a better way. Then we have gamification, where again gamification is an interesting feature which is available for training and onboarding plans. So you can allocate certain credits here. You can say that for someone to complete a course, I can give them 10 points. Someone to unlock a certificate, I can give 50 points. So you can allocate multiple points. We are going to add a lot of parameters here based on the community. So we are launching community mostly by this week or by mid of next week. So when you're having a community launch based on the discussions that you're posting, based on the engagements that you're doing, based on the discussions that you're doing inside the lessons, so all that will be considered. You'll be able to allocate points. Based on the points they get, you can allocate badges. So there are 3 types of badges. One is an activity badge, second is a learning badge, and third is a certification badge. And you can enable, disable what kind of badge that you want to show to your students. And you can also change when this should get unlocked for your students, and you can also change the icons that you see here. So all these badges can be renamed, and you can also change the badge icons if you want. Then you have something called levels. So levels is, let's say, if I want to name every user based on their activity. Let's say if I want to give them, let's say when they have 10 points, I will automatically 11 will be given to them. Then let's say if they have 20 points, automatically level 2 will be unlocked for them. So they'll be able to see what is the level that they're in. And this can be based on the courses, or it can even be based on the number of logins. So when I say courses, every 2 courses that they complete, their level gets automatically upgraded. There are something called settings. So in the settings, I can define and say whether I have to enable level for my students, or points for my students, badges for my students, and leaderboard. Leaderboard will show them what are the top 10 users or students inside this academy. So you pretty much have all the flexibilities here for you to enable, disable, etc. And this is available only for onboarding and training option. I'm seeing a lot of questions here, but please allow me to finish this quick walkthrough so that I can answer these questions. So going to the admin, here you have another bunch of details. Like if you want to collaborate with your other team members by adding them as an author will have the flexibility of adding additional courses. And you can also control, saying that, okay, let's say there is A and B as authors. If you want to control saying that whatever courses are read by A cannot be seen by B, you can very much do that under the configurations. I'll show you how does that work. So you can invite them here, and while you're inviting, you'll be able to see from your total credits how many credits are getting. And when you select these, you'll also be able to see what are the permissions that they have, like what they can do, what they cannot do, etc. Then we have API. So API is actually going to unlock a key for you, and we have a detailed documentation here. We already have integrations available with Public Connect, Integrately, etc. So if you want to do better automations, let's say if someone is booking a meeting with you using Calendly, and if you want to send them an automatic link or invite to your academy before the meeting so that they can go through the academy to know more about your products, your services, your client eye, your testimonies, and all that. So you can do interesting automations like that with third-party tools. We have done webhooks. So if you want to play with your own integrations, and if you want to capture the data to an Excel system, or if you want to bring some data, for example, with the plug and pay integration, which is a third-party payment tool, we use webhooks. Automatically when the payment is successful, your users will get an invitation to your academy. So if you want to bring your own webhooks, the documentation is available here for you. Then we have something like widgets. So widget is a very important feature. So if you want to take this entire academy to a third-party SaaS application, like this is one of the examples. So I have another product called Toolite. It's an enterprise CRM. And I bought this academy inside my Toolite so that my users should not be switching into a different URL for accessing the whole platform. They can simply click on Academy, and the academy will get logged here itself. Like, for example, another example is if you go to your dashboard, you can see a menu called training here on top. So this training is actually another academy which is available for you to see. So we have embedded our training academy for you to see inside your existing dashboard and existing academy dashboard. So we already have an example of how you can use embed feature. So this training is a third-party academy that you have here. So we have a detailed video in terms of how this can be done. If you need, we'll be more than happy to share. It's already shared in our Facebook group, so feel free to have a look at those videos after. In terms of how to understand how this can be configured and all that. So if you want to send the emails from your own email ID, let's say if you want to white label the email that are going from your academy, you can very much do that here. And there is also, let's say, for example, day 1, if you want to send us a particular email, day 2, if you want to send a particular email, etc. You will also be able to enable this drip, but the drip is going to be available only for onboarding and training plan. Because the reason why we made it limited is this is going to expand better with creating segments, creating more automations that, like you see in many other tools, which is focused purely on the email. We want to bring those automations here. So this particular section will get completely enhanced into a new level. So that is available for onboarding and training. Coupon is another interesting feature. Let's say that if you want to generate coupons, we do have a coupon generator here. So I can say that I want to generate 5 codes with a length of 8, 7, or let's say 8. And code prefixes NC. And I can say that this particular coupon should get assigned to this particular group. So that if anyone is redeeming this coupon, they will get automatically assigned to this particular group. So let's say that if you're using a third-party payment, when a successful payment is made, you can automatically distribute a coupon to them and tell them, hey, you know what, go and sign up to this academy. Or it can be an upsell. Let's say you're already providing another service, and if you want to provide this coupon along with your successful email, you can do that as well. So there are multiple use cases. So the code will get generated here, and you can also export this code if required using this button. And we do have a bunch of integrations here. We have integration with Encharge, Plug and Pay, Intercom, etc. Swamify. If you want to hide your videos, YouTube icons on your videos, you can use the integration feature. Then we have languages. Let's see, if you want to change the labels of English itself to something else, if I want to call, let's say, certificate or something else, or anything like what you see here, so you'll be able to do that from the language. And you can add more languages. And you will also be able to change a particular default language to any language that you want. So there are more. So here you can, in the footer, you can set a default language. So when someone clicks on your Academy URL, they'll be seeing the default language, and you can put as many languages as you want, and they can switch and use it. And we have a bunch of configurations here, by the way. So this configuration will basically that's actually getting loaded. So you have an option where you can paste your custom privacy URL, terms URL. You can also enable coupon inside your registration. Let's say that, so we spoke about a registration option, right? So if you want your users to, you can unlock the particular course or a group at the time of registration, you can enable this. So they will have an option to enter the coupon code. And if you want to make it mandatory to enter the coupon at the time of registration, you can enable this. You can also hide Build with Academy in your login page for those with onboarding and training plans. And you can hide this by clicking here. And there are other settings, like if you want to restrict the courses to be displayed to each other inside your Academy, inside as an author, you can do that here. If you want to display the name of the author, you can do that here. And this is more about our pricing. So let's say, so we have a new feature that is launched today called pricing, which is something that we started with Stripe, where you can integrate your Stripe and you can start accepting payments directly, within the Academy itself. So I will also speak to you more about this particular option. I have a demo instance, and I would love to show you that how does it work. But so once it is enabled, if you want to enable a purchase option or upgrade option inside the Academy, you can use this. If you want to enable that option outside the Academy, so before a user registers, if you want to get the payment, then give him access, then you can enable this particular option. So these are the settings that you have. Then let me also quickly show you the courses and users. So before going to the courses, I'll quickly walk you through the users. So let's say that I have multiple, paid groups. I can create multiple groups here called free, then premium. Sorry for the typo. And I can change the default. So this is right now the default. What we are seeing in green color is the default. I can change by clicking on the top of this. So now when I click on free, now free becomes the default group. I can simply remove this. So after this, what happens is if anyone sign up using the register option, they'll be automatically added to the free group, and every courses that are part of this free group will be available for them to see. So I've created one group. If I want to invite users, I can click on invite user. I can enter multiple email IDs here, nisam@academy.com, Vishnu@academy.com here, etc. And I can also choose to which group I should be adding them. So here you can control while inviting, or you can also import using an Excel sheet. So we have a sample here. You can do a bulk import if you have hundreds of users. You have multiple options here to, so let's say if you have 100 people here, you can select those students and click do multiple actions. Like if you want to add them bulk to a particular group, you can do that. If you want to add them bulk, remove from a group, you can do that. You can export it, delete it, etc. All this can be done from here. You can also filter with a bunch of status based on the course status, based on the start date, login date, groups, etc. So feel free to play with this, after signing up. I'll go to the groups now. Sorry, courses now. So I want to create a course here. So I'll be clicking on new course. Let's say this is a free course, right? I can give a dummy content. I can say what is the duration of this course. I can say it is 20 minutes or 30 minutes. And if I don't want to display this duration, I can simply enable and disable this. Then I can also choose this particular course is going to be accessed by users of free group or users of premium group. I'll be able to control that from here. And I can also unlock this or block this. For example, if you want to automatically display this course after 5 days, you can give 5. So automatically 5th day, this course will be appeared for you. Till then, this will not be appeared for you. If you want to hide this, like disappear this after 10 days, you can lock this so that 10th day this will be disappeared. If you want to show a timer, saying that, okay, this is going to be discipline 10 days, 5 days, 4 days, etc., you can enable timer. You can also have hashtags. So let's say tag one, you can have multiple hashtags, tag two, etc. So this will help you to again categorize your courses, and this will help your students to filter by these tags and see the groups. So let's say if I just click on create, um, so you can see this is getting created. You'll also be able to see the tags here. If I want to filter by tags, I can filter by tags. As an admin, I will also have an option to filter by groups. So I have an option to filter by tags, but I can also filter by group. So similarly, if I want to reorder, so let's say if I've already created a bunch of courses here, if I want to reorder, I can very much do that from here. I would like to show you one more thing about live courses. So we have something called live courses here. So when you click on live courses, you can see one more option getting appeared here. So live course is nothing but if you want to display this particular course from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and if you want to stream live using a third party, which provides you embedded, you can very much have this. So you can say that, okay, this is going to go live at 9 o'clock. And you have two options right now. One is using third party and second is using pre-recorded. So what you can do is you can place an MP4 URL here. So at 9 o'clock, automatically the video will start playing, just like a live streaming, and your students will be able to see that. So that will be appeared as a live course for your students, and they'll be able to see that when they're logging into their platform. And you can control for which group this course is going to be available. Now let us look at how to manage lessons. So now it is blank and free. So on the left side footer, you can see a plus button. I click on the plus button and I can click on new lesson. And this is, let's say, lesson one. And I can also drip this. For example, if I want to enable this lesson only after 2 days, right? I can click on unlock status. Which means this lesson will be available for your students only after 1 day of logging in. I'm just creating a lesson here. So by default, this is unpublished. As you can see, this is I icon is like cross. Once I'm ready, I can click on this unpublished and make it available for the users. Now I can add content to this. Let's say if I want to add, list icons, I can do that. If I want to add, let's say, table, if I want to add a code, embed, attachments, I can do all that here. And another very important thing is, let's say, if you want to place a YouTube video, you don't have to really worry about, let me show you one sample. Let's say this is a sample URL. What I can do is, for me to display this video inside my lesson, I can simply go to the lesson, click on the editor, and click on paste. So automatically that preview will get created. So the YouTube preview, Vimeo preview, etc., will get automatically created based on the URL. Also, there is a private note that you can enable for your students if you don't want this private note. So private notes are your students can take notes while they're going through this. This will be available only for your students. If you don't want it, you can simply disable this. Then there is also a discussion. Let's say they have some questions, they can post their questions here, and you can also reply to them, etc. And if you don't want a discussion to be enabled, you can do that also here. If you want to place some external URLs, let's say that if I want to give a URL of academy.com, advertising, etc., I can give URLs here. I can give as many URLs as I want. So this is specific to individual lessons, by the way. So for every lesson, you can have different URLs, different discussions, different private notes, etc. Similarly, what I can do is I can also create, I can group this lessons. Let's say what I can do is I can click on new group, and it's a group one, and automatically an untitled course also gets created here. I can rename this to this and just rename it, and you can see the rename is getting applied. If I want to organize this again, I can simply drag and drop. So that particular thing comes here. So we are also working on giving you an option to collapse and expand. So for as a user, it will be able to collapse this particular group and expand this group, by the way. So that option is also available for you. And the other option you have is you can create quizzes here. So let me show you an example of how to create a quiz, by the way. So I'm just creating a quiz. By default, that is unpublished. I can add questions here. This is order is 1, and the question is question number 1. I can say, okay, he will get
It's 9:30.
If he choose the right answer. If he will get 5 negative points if he choose the wrong answer. And I can put the answers here: answer 1, answer 2, answer 3, etc. And I only have 3, so I can delete this. And I can choose which is the right answer. So I can choose this as the right answer. And if I want to place an image, I can do that. I can just simply save it and add another question by clicking on plus question. There is also settings available for you for this quiz. So if you want to give some instruction to your students before they start the quiz, you can place that here. If you want to place an image, you can also place that here. You can mention the duration. You can also say what is a pass mark, whether it is going to be 40% or whether it is going to be 40 marks. So the total score is also given here. So you remember when I'm creating a question, I said that, okay, the total mark is going to be 10. So based on the number of questions, that gets summed up, and you can see the total scores here. If you want to show the result to the user once the quiz is completed, you can enable this. If you want to allow them to take this quiz once again, retake this quiz once again, you can enable this. If you want to show the right answers after the completion of quiz, you can enable this. So automatically, based on the settings, they'll be able to do the actions inside the quiz. And all the results that users have taken will be available here. So we're also bringing the option to export the answers bulk that will be available for you to view soon. So now let's say that if I've created all the courses and all that, what I can do is I can go to the users and I can invite users. Let's say I'm going to invite user formine.com and I'm adding him to the group free. So then he will get an email automatically and he can click on the link and join this. So now you can see it as an invitation send stage. Once they log in, you will also be able to change their groups, delete them, deactivate them, etc., etc. Or let's say if you want to change their group, remove from a particular group, all that can be done from here. So this is a quick walkthrough. Plus, you can also send some announcement to your students in bulk. So whatever that you send will be available for your students to see. So I also want to show you what is the new Scribe that feature that we've added. So let me first show you what I've done. So this is the demo page. I've already enabled a pay option in the login page. So you can see there is a pay to access option. So they have to click on pay to access. There will be a pricing page for them, and they can click on this buy now. Once they make the payment, they will get automatically. So when I click on buy now, you can see what are the courses getting unlocked for this, and they'll be automatically added to that course. Now let's say that I'm already an existing user. So and before that, I have a free group here. And anyone who is signing up to this academy will be automatically tagged into a free group. So let me give you an example of Nizam 2. Okay, I think I'll spend some time on that later. So let's say if I want to log in to this academy, I already have an academy. As a user account. Initially, I had a free only because I was signed up as a free user. Then what I did is I went to this and I unlocked more courses and I made a payment to this. So that's the reason you're seeing it as unlocked already because I made the payment. So you can see this particular name is paid one and you can see that paid one course is automatically activated. So if I want to again unlock another course which is paid two, I can go to the payment page. There is a paid two course which is part of this, and if I make the payment, automatically this paid two course will be activated for me, and that will be available for me to see here inside this student dashboard itself. If I have a coupon code to redeem, I can also redeem this coupon code to activate more courses for me. So you can use any method that you want to basically allow users to unlock more courses. Right now, we have only one-time Stripe payments. We will be adding recurring payments also soon. We started with one time because we want to first bring that option available. Now we are going to add Stripe card, PayPal, etc. Then we'll also be bringing subscription options also here. So this is how a payment works. So like I mentioned before, if you want to enable a payment option in the login page itself, so they cannot log in unless a payment is made, you can disable this register option. So they'll be able to make this payment and they'll be able to log in. So that's how it looks. Let me also show you my, my internal academy. So this is the academy that I'm using for my enterprise sales team, support team, etc. And I use this for invite only. Because, this is not allowed for everyone. So if I log in as a student, I have these options here for them. There is feedback. This is actually added using the script. So the pixels option. So if you want to add any third-party tools like this inside your academy, you can use the pixels option. So you can see there are a bunch of options here where I talk about demo videos, competitors, key clients, creating demand, building sales models, sales process. So what I do is when I onboard a sales guy, when I onboard a support person, and when I onboard technical person, etc., I add them to that particular group, and they'll be automatically, I mean, they will be having access to the courses which are relevant for them, and they'll be able to go through individual courses and see the content. So I have a bunch of materials here for my employees to log into, like customer onboarding. So for the customer success team, I have another course here, and there are some templates here which is made available for pretty much all the teams. There are some reference materials here, etc. And I have videos inside this. For example, if I go inside this, I have a lot of demo videos I've already done for my clients, so they can go through these demo videos, my demo walkthroughs, and all that. For each client, we have demo videos. By the way, I made it in such a way that they cannot freely go through individual. They have to finish this to go to the next one. So actually click on the next lesson to see the next lesson. Then if I want to see this, I cannot click directly. I have to click on next lesson, then only the next lesson will get unlocked. And if you don't want this kind of a restriction, you can enable free flow while you're creating a course. There's an option called free flow. So they'll be able to freely go through individual lessons as they want. And as you see here on top, I see my badges, learning badge, activity badge, what is my level, how many points that I've already got, and how did I get these points, who is the top learner in this. See, I can see Ritu has already got 2.3 points, and Haiza. So, you basically can see from your team who is the best performer, who's actually spending a lot of time. You can see what are the courses. So you can see this certificate is something which I can unlock. And for me to unlock, I have to finish these many courses. I have only finished one course. So when I finish all these courses, automatically the certificate would unlock for me. And I can also see, okay, we have a new customer onboarded. So I find out some saying that, hey, we have a new customer that is getting onboarded. So like I can send bulk announcements like this. Like for example, I was also showing you about the discussion. So let's say if I go in as a user, I can take notes here when I'm reading this video. I can ask questions here. Like if I want to know more about, let's say, if I want to know more about this, and people can reply. I can have more links here. Let's say if I want to have more links about this particular client. So all that can be provided here. And for me to get more screen space, I can minimize this. So, that comes as a bigger space. And that is also something that is available for you. So this is an actual working academy for my own employees. Similarly, I have built academies for my customers also. For example, I will show you my live academies, by the way. If I log into my own account with my company account, I have built academies for everyone. So there is a academy for my technical team. There is an academy for success team, Android team. For individual clients, I've built different academies. So when I onboard those customers, I'll be providing access to this, so they'll be able to access and see the content. So for every customer, I have academies here, by the way. Yes, I think I've covered most. By the way, you also have an option to embed any third-party tools which supports embed. By the way, this is an example of how you can build or put a live chat inside your academy, with the demo academy. And if I log in as a user to this, I'll be able to see all the courses that I have available. You can see there is a author's name here, and if I want to filter by, yeah, this is another interesting use case. If you have tools like Tooltip or let's say ConvertBox, etc., and if you want to automatically show some pop-ups based on some actions, you can use third-party tools for you to show some actions. If I want to filter by a particular tag, I can do that as you see here. Yeah. Yeah. So you can see the author, you can hide this, and there is a bunch of integration samples that we've given inside this. Let's say if you want to add Publitio, Killerclide, Voodoo TV, etc., you can very much have that inside this academy, embedded this inside the academy. So yeah, so with this, I will stop, and you can ask your questions, or I'll answer your questions. And feel free to raise your hand so that I can unmute you. You can also speak. You don't have to be only me speaking. So just raise your hand. There's an option to raise your hands, by the way. So once you raise your hand, what I can do is I can unmute you, and I should be able to let you speak also. So feel free to do that. Dexter, I'll unmute you. Yeah. I have just allowed you to talk, Dexter, so please try talking. This is taking some time to get you unmute. Yeah, can you try talking, Dexter? We're not able to hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, better. Yes, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not sure. But Nizam, I have a couple of questions. Is it okay if I shoot?
Absolutely fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So first question is, are you integrated with Fluent CRM and Fluent SMTP?
SMTP?
Yeah, Fluent CRM and SMTP.
No, SMTP you can have. I have never tried Fluent CRM. What is the use case that you look at?
Yeah, I'm just looking at, you mentioned that Encharge is something that you are integrated with. So I was thinking, instead of using Encharge, what additionally will Encharge do if I can already use an SMTP? So I have Fluent.
Encharge does amazing things. So one best part of Encharge is you can segment your users based on their behaviors inside. So SMTP is only going to white label the email, like sending it from .com. It is going to send you from dexter.domain.com. That is the only thing what SMTP is going to do. You can use any SMTP, even if it is Fluent SMTP, Amazon SMTP. The Encharge facility is not a SMTP communication channel. You can push your students' data in real time to Encharge. You can create segments. So we have a video published. I should be able to share that video with you in terms of understanding how Encharge can help you segment your users and you can personalize. Was that clear, Dexter?
Yeah, makes sense. And a question for you, another one is, do you have RTMP out? If I'm doing a live course and I want to stream it, to multiple, what you call, like I use something called Switchboard, and I want to stream it out to multiple destinations like Facebook and YouTube. And I am running a live course. It's a live. It's not a record. It's not a demo course or on uploaded course. I'm doing it live as an instructor. Is that possible?
Right now, not, but we have it in our pipeline. We have it in our pipeline for a long time, but we want to launch that before this absolute end. So you should be able to see that very, very soon.
Okay. Is also PayPal on the card?
We just launched right today. PayPal is going to come next.
Okay. And another thing is, as an agency, I'm actually an agency owner. So if I have to what you call, transfer some of my clients over to Akatel, then in that case, will Akatel provide the IT support for those clients as well?
Yeah, I think so. What is the support that you're looking at?
Questions around, course upload and all the normal questions that you get when you run
I'm available on the chat. I'm trying to answer all the questions. So I'll be there or my team will be there for sure. So technical questions, I'll be looping my technical team. And someone from my team will also always be there to answer your questions.
Do you have like a 24/7 help desk, technical help desk?
No, technical help is only in the working hours of IST, Indian Standard Time. Other help, we are not going to have. So right now it is all on the IST, but whenever I'm awake, I'm going to reply to you, even in the non-working hours.
So just a question. So suppose you've got a couple of trainers reaching out to you in terms on the chat, reaching out in terms of support for, say, some upload is not working, or there's some small bug, or they want some queries. And what's the best way to do that? Should it be an email help desk, or should it be a call? How does that work?
Both are fine. So you can write an email, chat, and if that has to be routed through our support desk, which was assigned through the technical team, we will tell you that okay, you'll have to write an email because that has to route it through some internal team.
Okay.
So you can reach out to us always over the chat, but you can also reach out to it over the email also.
Okay, so you have a support help desk in place basically for questions. Yes. Okay. And another question I have for you is what the community features. Actually, I have a website with BuddyBoss, which is a very strong community featured website. So if I have to migrate from there, what kind of features are we looking at in the community? Chatter, blog,
discussion forum where people can come ask questions or add articles and can engage each other. So it's going to be more of a discussion forum right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, like a discussion forum. Okay, so it won't have multiple groups or something within that, right? Just a discussion forum.
It is eventually going to do. Yeah. So we are taking baby steps. So the first and most important is going to make people to come and engage and we'll eventually add groups and more features on top.
Okay. One more question. Do you have a virtual classroom facility where I can integrate, say, something like a Moodle has something like a big blue button within it? Is there a possibility to do that, or is there a Zoom that we can enable within Acatel where we can conduct, virtual classrooms?
Zoom is something that I'm getting a lot of requests. I have connected to the Zoom members here in that top level guys here in India. They have provided all the access to us. Just that we got busy with the lab, which is extending, but definitely Zoom is going to come because I'm getting. I think most of these people who are coming about this live is coming and asking for Zoom. So Zoom is going to come for sure. And we have every material ready with us. Just that we are busy with launching our basic features and the promise features first.
Got it. And can you set up surveys and polls within Acatel? Like if I have to launch a survey or a poll within the system, is that possible?
Right now, the survey is in the pipeline. That is the reason that if you go to pricing, you mention the pipeline. But we're soon going to have that as a feature coming in. But if you want to embed a third-party survey tool, you'll be able to do that with a
Okay, like Marcus or something like that. Okay, right. And what about timed courses? Say if I want to have a course which is timed for say 10 minutes, like a controlled course, was that possible?
What do you mean by that?
For example, if I want people to apply for say an internal job promotion and they just have 20 minutes to finish the it's a eligibility test that I'm giving them.
We have a day drip only. You don't have an hourly drip. Like you can unlock in 1 day or so, which can lock in 1 day. We don't have a minute or hourly drip yet. We can definitely add that to feedback.acatel.com and we can consider writing it.
Okay. And can SCORM packages be uploaded?
Not yet. But we have it under pipeline.
Okay. That pretty much answers all my questions. Just one last one. This platform is really nice that you're using for the webinar. It's an Acatel platform?
No, it's a Zoho. We have taken.
Okay, got it. All right, Nizam. Thank you so much and wish you all the best for your hard work and for your product. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to unmute Jackson. Yeah, Jackson, you're on the speaker now. Could you please try?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? But we just talked. I did buy the 20 codes.
Really yes, I remember very well.
I'm definitely going to be into this product. But I was actually thinking if it's possible to. I'm thinking about doing the WordPress site and then use this one as a subdomain and handle all the payments and all that kind of stuff on the WordPress side, and then use triggers. I guess use Publi because I have a lot of them, and then use Exchange to do the CRM, and then it can do all the tags and triggers to unlock the courses, and if they don't pay, it will also tag it or something like that and remove them from it. Is that possible?
Yeah, so I think this WordPress is a question that I'm getting a lot. I really think I'll have to have a dedicated webinar only talking about WordPress integrations. I have also asked my team to work on some sort of a plugin which can be easily added to WordPress, and you can start integrating it easily. Something that we have it in our pipeline. But right now, to give you an idea in terms of answering the questions, you can very much use Public Connect to automatically onboard the students when they're coming onto your website. Second is, if you know coding, I mean, if you're already using BuddyPress or something in your platform, and if you know coding, you can already integrate Academy inside your WordPress platform using an embed feature. It's pretty straightforward. If you know coding, if you know how to write code, it is pretty easy. When a user logs in, he can be provided with a menu to click, and within the WordPress itself, you will be able to see the whole Academy and the courses. That is possible. And later point of view also, let's say if you want to use someone registered on your WordPress, and if you want to automatically give them access to the Academy, you can use options like Integrately or Public Connect, etc., so that the onboarding can be smoothed out.
Well, yeah, I'm just talking about using WordPress for the beginning also because it seems like it has more flexibility, and your software is still kind of new.
Got it.
That's the reason why. Because right now I'm using BuddyBoss app, the whole BuddyBoss ecosystem, but of course that's very, very, very expensive to use that platform.
Understood. Feel free to use it. Come up with ideas. We can definitely discuss ideas.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you. I'm unmuting you until. Yeah, I have enabled your speaker. Until, please speak. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, hi.
Hey, how you doing? So I saw you had the bot at the homepage. What I was looking to do is actually integrate it to where the bot would come and kind of quiz, at the end of the course. Is there any way we can trigger it for, like, if we have a chat bot for at the end of the course that it would trigger them to come up? It could like ask them questions and almost actually be like the question and answer, or like a quiz after any kind of I guess a course.
That's a very interesting use case. I will have to get some help from my technical team to see how we can trigger that. Maybe we can pass some dynamic data inside your script of chatbot, which can trigger the chatbot. So I will have to get some help from my technical team to answer this question.
Yeah, because there's some dynamic content that I'll need. Like, I want to be able to have served up. Like, let's say I'm onboarding, or like, let's say you need to have Microsoft Office and I'm going to provide you a license. I need that content that would be dynamically provided by the bot. And then they would go through another course on how to install it, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, that's just a side use case. But what I would like to do is, let's say you go through like a fiber splicing module. I want the bot to come in and, you have to put in different parameters, and it'll make sure that your splices are on point, or the connection's clean, et cetera, et cetera. Because I'd like to be able to have like file upload, once they're done, splicing or setting the cable properly, they take a picture of it, or they can upload a video that the instructor can review. So that's kind of what I'd like to be able to do with the bot integration on the side.
Understood. No, that's an interesting feature. That's actually an interesting use case. Even Bo was, asking to make it more dynamic in terms of the courses that you can control. We want this platform to be developer friendly, and that's what we started from beginning with the embed features and all that.
There should be some sort of a hook that says user has ended course, and then I could have either API go, tell whatever chatbot I have.
Exactly. That is exactly what I was thinking, to basically use the API to trigger that. Yeah, exactly. That is what I was thinking. Yeah.
I was thinking that, or Pabbly, some sort of integration, either webhook or whatever we need to do. If we have those parameters, because if you're going to be adding a WordPress kit that's going to be able to show progression and stuff like that, it's going to be triggered via webhooks anyway. So this was actually part of what I asked you in the academy. If you have some time afterwards, I've got some cool things that I'm working on. I'll try to integrate. But hey, I appreciate your time. I really like what's going on, and I really want to be an expert at this. So I'll see you next week.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I have only 5 minutes left, and I want to answer a couple of questions that we have already here. So is there a restriction on the number of groups that you can create? No, there's no restriction at all. You can have as many groups as you want. You can have as many permutation and combinations as you want. So we're not actually going to give you any or make any restrictions for that. And I just thought that it could be amazing if SEO was generated by Acarel based on a description added to the course. Yeah, this is something that I'm getting recently to even make the courses more SEO friendly. But we follow an academy logic. The academy is a closed academy. We don't want to build a public academy. Rather, any user has to be logged in to see the course. But this is actually an interesting use case. So I'll have to go through it and see how I can bring those data. And without showing the entire data to the Google, rather, how do I let the author choose what data to be available or allowed to be scrolled by the Google? So I think this needs more thought process, but that's a good input. We can very much think. About that book. Is there a specific format for uploading a certificate template? I have a certificate for my live course that I need to convert. So there's no specific format as such, but there is a specific size. So if you ping me on the chat, I should be able to provide you the size of the certificate. There's the sender part is going to cover the content, so make sure to use. So what you can otherwise do is you can create a dummy certificate, try to download it and see where this content is coming, and based on that you can create your own certificate template. Or I'll also talk to my team. I will ask them to create a certificate template guideline. And I'll publish this so that it will be easy for others also. So I'll make a certificate template guideline. Will subscription be added to? Yeah, of course. So we definitely want the subscription also to come into Stripe. It's actually a step away. Just that the first was to get this automatically connected and doing this. So we will definitely do this. Then the other question is, if a user registers for a free account and consumes a free course, how do they upgrade to the free paid plan? So like I showed you on the right side, there is an unlock mode courses. Another option what you can do is you can have one lesson at the end of the free course saying that, okay, upgrade to free course. Or what you can also do is that you can have some tooltips which can automatically come at the end or after understanding the lesson completion, saying that, please upgrade. Or you can even have a tooltip that will come automatically on top, after completion of a particular course. Because if you go to the parameters, they're also providing you to track the parameters. So you can very much use the parameters to understand whether he has completed a particular course or not. And based on those parameters, you can trigger some external script and have a pop-up ready. So you can use tooltip for that, and you can use any other pop-up tools for that to show that upgrade option. Is Acarel integrated with Fluent CRM? So SMTP, you can use any SMTP, like I answered. Fluent CRM is something you'll have to go and check and see what is that. For a paid courses, can the unlock course be displayed on the course box as well? So yeah, that's a good thought. Okay, that's a very good thought. So I can definitely see how we can do that. Maybe bring it as an option for the admin to decide how he wants to display the unlock course option. So I'll definitely see that how we can bring it. At my site, we already tested. They only support Shopify and the WordPress only. They don't really support anything else. And the last question, so they don't support Ekkarl. I tried with Ekkarl. And to answer Anna, hey, this is not an audio only. I'm available here as a video. The reason I switched off the video is in our previous sessions, I got some issues reported saying
It's
that
10 o'clock.
the clarity was less and all that. So I did not want to disturb. We're all working from home. I'm using my mobile network, and we're still in the lockdown. So I'm here on the video. I just stopped my video to make sure that there's no interruption in the whole webinar. And I also showed my screen, by the way. So I think, yeah, these are the questions that we had. I hope I answered all the questions. And feel free to. Okay, audio was cool. I think this Clubhouse has brought that kind of a new trend with the audio only. Great. I think I've answered all the questions, and thank you so much for joining on the call with us today. And I hope the session was helpful. You at least got one extra point to know about Ekkarl. So please test the application. Let me know if you have any questions. And happy to help you if you have more questions on the live chat. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a nice day. Have a great day. Stay safe and take care. Bye-bye.